Real quick before we get started, we have something really cool we want to tell you about.
Late backing for Magic the Gathering artist Justina and Piotr Dura's exclusive playmat Kickstarter is here, so this is your last chance to get a playmat from their awesome collection.
The campaign features art for Talion, the Kindly Lord, Kalia of the Vast, and Bolus's Citadel.
Plus, they've unlocked a bunch of stretch goals, so there's even more designs to choose from now.
Use our link in the description to check out late backing for the Justina and Piotr Dura playmat collection before it's too late.
Now let's get into the game.
Welcome to Play to Win, where we play to win. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Cam. This week, we're joined by Maddy and Jim of the Spike Feeders to play some casual EDH.
Hi everybody, I'm Madison from the Spike Feeders. You can find me over on YouTube under the Spike Feeders, or on Twitter or Blue Sky. You can also find my personal account under Clover Altars. I am a Magic card altruist. Yes.
What's up, Spikes? Jim here coming at you from Spike Feeders HQ, and today I am playing Old GNAWBONE. It's a mess. I made it to troll my good friend Olivia Glover Hicks, and it does a really good job of that. And it also does a really good job of making a ton of non-infinite mana. So we're just gonna try and go fast today and just make hundreds of mana.
This video is brought to you in part by Dragon Shield. Use code PLAYTOWIN5 at the affiliate link down below for 5% off to help support the show.
And check us out on Patreon to support us directly and get awesome extra perks like access to the update video that Dylan does monthly at the $5 tier.
So we have me on ASTOR Equipment, Jim is on GNAWBONE, Cam is playing Tarmogoyf Tymna, and Maddy is playing ELENDA Aristocrats.
I will draw a card. Iganjo, Seed of the Empire, and pass turn.
Draw a card. I'll play a forest and pass.
I will draw. I'll go Luxury Suite and pass.
Draw a card. Command Tower into Indulgent Aristocrat. Pass.
Nice. End step, I will cycle this Oilifant. Go look for a mountain. I'll find this Elegant Parlor. And go to my turn. Untap, upkeep, draw a card. Elegant Parlor. Look at the top. I don't really want a Batter Skull, so I'm going to bin that, and I'm going to cast this Shadow Spear. And that's it for me. I will pass my turn.
Draw a card. I'll play a forest and cast a Nature's Lore. I'm getting a forest. I will shuffle and I'll pass.
I will draw Forest and cast Talisman of Impulse and then pass.
Untap. Play Plains. I will cast Corpse Knight, and I'm gonna hit Jim for 1 with lifelink.
Take one.
Cool, I will go to 41, then I'll pass.
Untap, upkeep.
Almost like I held a grudge there from the last game.
Draw a card. Mountain, and I'll cast Akiri, Fearless Voyager. Pass my turn.
Untap, draw a card. Play forest, cast a Burnished Heart, and I'll pass.
All right, here I go. Get a draw.
Play a Mountain Huntmaster of the Fells.
Nice.
So when it enters, I will go up to 42 and then make a wolf and then pass the turn.
I feel like we really needed this to start the year off. A nice casual game. Back to the casual for a moment.
Yeah, we're slowing things down. We're doing things that
Spark joy.
Yeah, exactly.
Untap. Draw a card. Play a Fetid Heath. Captivating Vampire. Creature enters battlefield. You each lose 1.
Nice.
Okay.
I will just pass.
I will untap and draw. Call of the Bandit Lord tapped. Cast Bureau Headmaster. And then I will now equip the Shadow Spear for 1 to Akiri. Go to combat. Jim, I'm going to come at you with a 4/4. Trigger my Akiri and draw a card.
No blocks. Take 4.
I'll gain up to 43. I will pass my turn.
Untap, draw a card. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? I will play forest. I think I'm just going to pass.
Ooh, okay. Go on to my turn. At the beginning of the upkeep, since no spells were cast last turn, Huntmaster gets to flip. So I'll deal 2 damage to, I think, the Captivating Vampire.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
Yeah. And then 2 damage to your face then too, Maddy.
I go to 39.
What year is it? Huntmaster of the Fells killing Captivating Vampire.
I know, that's weird.
I will draw for turn. I'll play Grove of the Burn Willows.
Dude, this is such a good Jund deck. Every time you do stuff, it's so Jundy.
I know, it makes me feel special in special ways every time I play. I will make a colorless mana with it. Torian Mauler. That's technically a Goyf. And then I'll go to combat. I'll send my 4/4 at you, Dylan, with Trample.
I'll take 4 and go back down to 39.
And then I will just pass the turn from there.
Untap. Draw a card. I'm gonna play Castle Arden Vale. Tap 4 for Elenda. Trigger Corpse Knight, so you each take 1.
Up to 40.
Go to
38.
I think I might just pass after that.
Did I miss a counter on Torian Mauler already? I feel like I'll miss a lot of them this game.
Go to my turn. Untap. Upkeep. Drop. Monumental Henge. Untapped because of my Elegant Parlor Plains. Pay 3 life to cast a hasty Astor.
I get a Torian Mauler trigger, and I missed one for the ELENDA, so I'm gonna get that too.
Nice. Here's 7 cards. I will find Argentum Armor.
Oh,
Well,
that
that's a
was
good
fun.
card.
Put that into my hand. Equipments, I have equip 1, and this says equipment costs 1 less to activate. So I will, for free, equip Shadow Spear over to my Astor. I will go to combat. Maddie, I'm going to come at you for 5. Get a draw from Akiri when I attack.
I'm at 34.
And I'll gain 5, back up to 40. I'll pass my turn.
End step. I'm gonna crack Burnish Heart and tap.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I got an ELENDA trigger off that die.
Oh yeah, right. I have a good amount of forests, but I would love to add one more.
Impressive.
What happens when you get one more?
Madison, I'm so glad you asked.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna tap 5 to cast Throne of Eldraine.
Oh, I get a trigger.
It enters, and I'm gonna choose a color. That color will be green. Well, I think I'm gonna cast a green spell then, right? Tap for 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna cast Nylia's Intervention. X equals 5.
Get another counter.
Choosing the mode, search my library for up to 5 land cards, reveal them, and put them into my hand. Oseju, who endures. Urza's Power Plant, Urza's Mine, Urza's Tower, and Urza's Workshop.
Nice.
Seeing Beseju here definitely makes me play differently because I don't want to put my best stuff down until I know that Jim gets rid of his removal spell.
Then I'm gonna move to my end step. I'm gonna discard Nuisance Engine, and then I'll pass.
Okay, here I go.
That's a lot of mana over the course of the next 4 turns.
Let's go to... Oh, shoot. Jim played 2 cards, so Huntmaster flips. So that means that I go back up to 42 from gaining 2 life, and I will make another wolf. Ahoo! Woo! Let's move to combat. You know, Jim, I think I'm going to come at you for 6.
Take 6, go to 27.
And then what I'll do on my second main, cast a Pyrogoyf. So when Pyrogoyf enters, it'll deal damage equal to its power. I'm choosing Dylan's thing that gives equip cost
Yeah.
1 less.
All right, we are now enemies now.
I will pass the turn.
My turn. Untap. Draw a card. Not really what I wanted to see, but I'll play a Capes of Koilos, Arcane Signet. I guess I could attack Jim, but I feel like that's going to do more damage to me in the long run, so
Yeah, that's prudent.
I'll pass.
I will untap, upkeep, draw card, spectator seating, 2 mana on this Mask of Memory. 1 mana, 3 life to 37 to not use the haste at all and just equip the Mask of Memory over to my Astor.
That's basically like giving the mask haste. When you cast it, I get a counter.
Jim, sorry, it's just going to be you one more time. 5 damage, coming at you, trample lifelink.
You attacked me last turn too, right?
I did, yeah, so this will be 10 total commander damage.
10 total? Okay.
Nope. I attacked Maddy last turn for 5. I attacked Jim the turn before with not my commander. Little mix up there. I just agreed with what Jim said, which is not what happened. So Jim thinks that he has 10 commander damage here when actually he has 5. And we think that Maddy has 0 commander damage here when actually she has 5. So that'll come up in a second later. We'll just get back to the game for now.
On attack, I'll get an Akiri draw, and on damage, Mask of Memory will trigger, and I will draw 2 cards and then discard a card.
I'm at 22.
And I will discard this mountain.
And you also get 5, right?
I gain 5. Yeah, I go up to, thanks, 42. Looking at 8 cards in my hand. One of them is going to go to the graveyard. I will go to discard, get rid of this Great Furnace. Go ahead.
Untap, draw a card. Oh, it's a land. That's very good. I think I just got to put out a blocker. That seems prudent. I'll put this Urza's Power Plant 7 for Threefold Thunderhulk. This enters with 3 +1/+1 counters. Create a number of 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature tokens equal to its power.
I get a counter when you cast it.
That one is going to be it for me.
I'm going to take a turn. Get a draw. And I'll cast a Barogoyf. When it enters, we get a Pyrogoyf trigger.
Oh, yeah.
So that means that it'll deal 3 damage. That creature, oh, sick. It's going to give me lifelink, too. Oh my god, it has death touch, too. I'm going to target Astor. Yeah.
I have a Teferi's Protection.
Oh.
Nice. Got that out of his hands.
Kind of wonder if I should have just used Akiri's ability here to unattach an equipment to give my guy indestructible so that I don't waste a card in my hand. That might have been better.
So I'll stay at 42. My life total doesn't change. Jim, I'm going to attack you for 8.
Yeah, I'll trump with one of my guys.
Trigger limbo.
I will just pass.
Oh, I guess, you know what I should do? I'm going to block, and I will sack it to the Thunderhulk's ability to put a +1/+1 counter.
Ooh, that makes sense, yeah.
Okay, untap. Draw a card. I'll play a tapped Bella Shrine.
Goyfs are bigger, by the way, because there's a land in Dylan's graveyard. They're 4/5s.
Carrion Feeder. Trigger Corpse Knight. You each pick one. And I don't think attacks are very good at the moment, so I will pass.
I'm going to phase back in. I will draw card. Here's Sundown Pass. Here's another 3 life off of the hall to cast Godo hastily.
Ooh.
Ooh, Godot.
Go. No helm in here. Go to trigger. I'll go search my library for an equipment and put it into play. I'll find Cauldron Complete. Living weapons trigger. Spin 1 to equip the Cauldron Complete over to Astor.
Trigger, Elenda.
Go to combat.
Is it worth saying that I don't play Helm because I'm not trying to have a combo in my casual deck?
Yeah, probably.
I'm just gonna send Astor over at Cam. I have an Akiri trigger on attack.
I need to know everything about Astor.
Yeah, it is with everything that's on it. It is a 10/10 that has trample, lifelink, first strike, indestructible, haste, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a creature, exile that creature. So that combination with first strike and trample is pretty good against blockers.
I'm just taking the 10, going to 31.
10, yeah, I gotta draw trigger on Akiri first off of the attack, and then yeah, you take 10 and I gain 10. And then on damage, I also have a Mask of Memory trigger. I will draw 2 and discard a card. Brass Squire. Okay, that's it for me. I will pass my turn.
Untap, drop. I'll play an Urza's Workshop as my land for turn. I'm gonna tap it for 2. I will cast my commander, Old Gnawbone.
Get a counter.
I'm gonna move to combat. Dylan.
Yes.
I am swinging at you with a 4/4 and 2 2/2s. Trigger a 3-fold Thunderhulk to make 4 gnomes.
I'm gonna block 2 2/2s with 2 3/3s. And then I take damage from the other one. Is that 4?
Yes, 4 damage.
44.
The 4 damage triggers Old Gnawbone, and I'll make 4 treasures as well.
Elenda gets 2 counters.
Activate Throne of Eldraine to draw 2 cards. This is pretty good, but I think I'm going to hold it back. No, I'm just going to move to discard, and I will discard a forest.
All right, I will take a turn and get a draw. I'll play a snow cover forest. I'll cast a Lurgoyf.
Oh, the OG.
The OG Lurgoyf, yeah. When it enters, I think I'm going to have the 4 damage get dealt to Corpse Knight.
I want my Corpse Knight.
I'm just getting bigger and bigger and
I'm gonna flawless maneuver.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Look at my damage is getting through. Nice. Okay, so that's great. I'm going to combat. Dylan, I'm going to come at you with a 4/5 Barrowglyph.
No effects.
You take 4. I'll go up to 35. And when Barrowglyph deals combat damage, I'll mill that much cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can return a creature. I'll return this Gluttonous Hellkite to my hand. I'll pass.
Sure, end of your turn. I'm gonna pay 4 to make a human. When it enters, you each lose 1. Untap, draw a card. That's pretty good. I'm gonna pass.
Oh, geez. Okay.
That's a lot of mana.
Yeah, it's a lot of mana to say, oh, that's really good, and then pass.
Yeah.
Hey, there's an instant in the graveyard. Gorfs are 5/6s. That's on me.
Untap, upkeep.
On your upkeep, Huntmaster will flip into Ravager of the Fells, and I'll try to deal 2 damage to Corpse Knight and 2 damage to Maddy.
I will pay 2 then. Sacrifice it to the Indulgent Aristocrat. When I sacrifice it, Elenda will get a counter, and then each of my vampires will get a counter.
Draw for turn. Sunbait Canyon is my land for turn. I'm going to cast Rayav, Master Smith. I will cast Cursed Mirror. Enters as a copy of Old Gnawbone.
I get a counter for that one.
Okay, yeah, combat. Maddy, I'm going to come at you.
Remind me everything that's on there.
10/10 with trample, lifelink, double strike, indestructible, haste, and whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, exile that creature. I have an Akiri trigger on attack. I will draw a card.
Okay.
You taking the full 20?
I guess I am. Go to 12.
Yeah, so that's on me. We had forgotten that I had already attacked Maddy, so when I hit her for 20 just now, we thought that was the first time, which means she'd be at 20 commander damage, when actually I hit her for 5 already, so she should be knocked out by now, but we missed it. The ref didn't see it, so it is what it is. She's still in the game. We're going to get right back to it.
I will make 10 treasures twice. All right, here's 20 treasures. Oh, and I have a Mask of Memory trigger also to draw 2 and discard a card.
I should do that twice because double strike.
It's every time you deal combat damage.
Yeah, so whoops.
Amaria's Call isn't great. And then in my second main phase, I cast a Swiftfoot Boots, another treasure to equip the boots to Astor. What happens if I sacrifice one of these treasures and the Sunbait Canyon to draw a card?
I got a counter for the last spell that you cast.
You got it. Sword of Forge and Frontier.
Get a counter.
I will cast Sword of Fire and Ice,
Get a counter.
equip Fire and Ice, equip Sword of Forge and Frontier. The Godo and the Akiri is what I meant. 3 more treasures on a Blade War Whip. Make a 2/2 for Mirrodin, and when it enters, that's it for me. I have 6 treasures left. Pass my turn.
Okay.
You could have attacked with Old Gnawbone too.
It has haste.
Yeah, it gets haste until
Has
end of
haste?
turn.
Yeah, that would have been also great. Why didn't I do that?
Wow.
On your upkeep, Jim, my Huntmaster flips back into Huntmaster
Oh, yeah.
and will gain me 2 life back up to 36, making me a 2/2 wolf.
I will draw a card to start my turn. I am going to play an Urza's Tower.
Dylan, you no longer have an old gnawbone, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes, it's gone.
Thankfully.
Thank God. It was just the one boost.
Okay, Dylan, what do you got for blockers?
I'll put them up here like this. Akiri, Rayav, Godo, and this Tutu. Pro blue and red, pro green and red. Let me know if you have more specific questions.
No, it's fine. I'm just going to slam in. I'm moving to combat. I will attack Dylan, 7 in the air, and then 4 1/1s and a 4/4 on the ground. Trigger threefold Thunderhulk to make 4 gnomes.
Let's just block the 4 1/1s and take 4 and the 7. So take 11.
Yes, and presumably all these die. I will make 11 treasures, bringing me up to 15 total.
48.
Then post-combat main, I need a blocker. The cool part is I get to cast my favorite creature in the game. I'm going to tap out. It's going to be many mana. So this is 15 treasures. Urza's Workshop taps for 3. That's 18, 21, 28. Stone Coil Serpent, X equals 28.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
It's actually from multicolor. That's great.
Yep.
Get a counter.
It will enter with 28 counters. And then I'm going to pass.
I will go to my turn. Get a draw. 3 mana just for an Eternal Witness. I'm gonna get back my Zeotor's Proving Grounds, and that'll be my land for turn. I will go to combat. Dylan, I'm gonna attack you with my 5/6 Barrogoyf.
I'm going to cast this Mithril Coat for 3 treasures. I cast the spell so your thing gets bigger or something.
Yes, it does.
Enters trigger. I'll try to attach to Godo, and then I'm going to block your Barrogoyf with my 2/2 double strike and my indestructible 5/5 Godo.
I'll say that everyone else but me can gain a life, so I can make green-black. I'm going to try to Abrupt Decay. I'd like to target your double striking token with my Abrupt Decay.
Yep. Okay, and then I have a 5/5 indestructible that's blocking your Death Touch guy.
Yep, who is a 5/6. So it'll stay around, and I will gain 5 life, putting me back to 41. I will pass.
This is pretty sad for me because I really wanted to use this Abrupt Decay on something else that was going to be a little bit more impactful instead of just saving my Goyf. But this whole turn with the Eternal Witness for my land was just because I'm trying to get a spot where I can play DISA and then still have removal up so that I can start slamming in, get Tarmogoyf tokens, and then Pyrogoyf the table a little bit more to help myself get back.
End of the turn, I'm going to make another human. 2 humans. Untap, draw a card. I'm going to cast Cathar's Crusade.
Ooh, that is pretty good. I get a counter.
I'm going to cast a Blood Artist. So trigger, everything gets a counter.
Yeah, nice.
Because I think I just like sit back and wait, right? Like I don't have to do this right now. I can do it literally at any time.
Yeah.
So it's enough to kill Jim, but it's not enough to kill anybody else.
Go to my turn.
Yes.
Untap. Draw for turn. Here's a mountain. I'm gonna cast this Argentum armor. I don't know what the fuck the right thing to do is. This is hard.
You can kill me by equipping stuff for free.
Yeah, I know I can. I don't. Maddie's the threat. I don't want to kill Jim or Cameron right now when I'm just gonna die to Maddie waiting forever, I think. I'll put this Argentum armor over on Astor. I'm gonna go to combat step. I will send Godo at Cam, and I send Astor over at Maddy. Akiri does have 2 triggers, and then Rhea also has double strike triggers. I'll draw these cards. Argentum trigger on attacks. I will target the Cathar Crusader with the Argentum armor.
So then in response, I will sacrifice ELENDA to the Carrion Feeder. Put a counter on this. So this dies. You can lose a life, I will gain a life.
I'll respond now with the Surge of Salvation.
Okay, so then ELENDA will die. I will get 15 vampires. They will each come in with 1/1 counters on them.
They'll come in with 14.
Oh, you're right, because they all see each other.
You have 15/15/15s with lifelink.
15 creatures just saw 14 other creatures come in, so they're all going to get 14 +1/+1 counters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll believe you. Yeah, you got it.
So they're 1/1s with 14 counters.
Cathar's Crusade is gone.
This guy's a 16 double strike with a bunch of keywords like trample and
So I
like.
have to block though. And I've taken 20 commander damage. So if I take even 1, I'm dead. I have 14, then I have 2 humans, and then I have these 2 creatures. Well, these 3 creatures.
And Carrion Feeder can't block.
Right. If I block with all of these,
Then you will still take damage. Yeah.
I will
'cause-
still die.
Yeah, because he'll deal 16. He'll deal 1 damage each to all of your vampires.
So these are gone.
Those
and
are
then I
all
have
gone.
these 2 left, which
And
can
he's
block
got-
for 2. And I just have to take
Yeah,
1.
he's got
right?
14 damage coming through. Yeah, you're dead. The first assignment is 1 to everything. They all die. The second assignment, as long as you assign lethal to the remaining blockers, then you can trample over.
It ultimately isn't going to matter because I don't have enough to stop 100% of the damage,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Right.
That's very confusing. We spent like, I'm not joking, 20 minutes making sure, because we are CDH players. I don't play with College of Complete very much, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works, that because of College of Complete's trigger and because I can assign damage to as many blockers as I want, it doesn't have to be enough to kill them all. I can just assign 1 damage to each of them. Then the trigger from the Cauldron will exile them. And then since I have double strike and trample in regular strike damage, I get to trample over the rest of the blockers that she's got.
It's the double strike, the trample, and the pseudo death touch combination that makes us so wildly crazy in your favor that even though she presented this massive board of blockers, you don't have to care.
And then Cam, I believe I still have a 5/5 double striker pro red green.
Oh, I took it. I'm down to 31.
First strike trigger, I'm off of the sword. I'll exile top 2 cards of my library, and I can play those cards this turn, play additional land this turn, and then another 2. Dude, this turn has taken so long. I don't know if I played a land this turn or not yet. So I'm gonna play this Blink Moth Nexus as my land for turn. I did play a land. The sword gives me 1 extra land drop, although I have 2 triggers, first strike and regular, so I think that would have meant 2 extra land drops. I also should have drawn 2 cards and discarded a card from the mask on regular strike damage as well. Yada, yada, yada. There's a few other triggers I missed.
So far ahead.
I know. I went, poor me, right? Tap this Sundown Pass and a treasure. You cast this Fire Diamond.
Ooh, look at this.
Guy's huge. These planes are going to stay exiled. I will spend 0 mana and attach College of Complete to Rayhav. I'll put the Shadow Spear. I'll equip that to Rayhav also. The Argentum Armor, that can go on Akiri. And let's put the sort of Forge and Frontier over on Rayhav.
Sort of Forging Frontier. It's not really Forging and Frontiering.
Yeah,
No, but it sort of is.
Sort of is.
Pass. What? Am I just dead now? No, I don't know. Pass turn. It's taking too long.
You have
you're at
80
81.
life. How are you dead?
I think I missed my Mask of Memory trigger too. There's a 28 on board. I'm probably not dead, but I don't know.
We'll see. I will draw a card for my turn. Urza's mine.
He's all yours.
Tron's online. Yeah, that whole amount of time between me casting Niley's Intervention was 4 turns. Activate this to draw 2 cards.
I was supposed to get another Godo combat. Damn, that was tough. I missed a lot of it. Oh, that would have been so fucking good. Okay, whatever.
I will tap Urza's Workshop for 4 and cast Karn Living Legacy.
You got it.
Oh, no one's ever cast that card before.
I'll -1 it, going to 3. I'm going to pay some amount of mana into it. Let's say 7. Dig 7 deep. This is a disaster. I'll take that card. We randomize the remaining ones and put them on the bottom. Now the problem is, if I attack with this Stonecoil Serpent, then I'm actually just dead. I might actually just be dead anyway. I'm going to tap 4 and cast Quark Clan Ironworks.
Sure.
Whoa.
Then I'm going to move to combat. I am going to attack in with the Stonecoil Serpent and the Threefold Thunderhawk. Both of them coming at you, Dylan. And when it attacks, I will get 4 gnomes.
I'll block the Gnome Maker with my College of Completed Rayhav. This one will deal first strike and exile your guy, and I'll gain 10, and I'll take 28.
Okay. I will make 28 treasures. I think that's all I got, though. I'm going to pass.
You're gonna pass? Oh my god, I get a turn. I thought I'd be dead.
I probably should have done Karn post-combat, but I was looking for something that might have won me the game.
Gotta go for it.
All right, get a draw. Guys, I am screwed. I'm gonna cast the Gluttonous Hydra.
That's not its name.
What is it called?
It's a Hellkite.
X equals 2. When I cast the spell, each player sacrifices 2 creatures.
I'll activate Blink Moth Nexus. Sacrifice the Blink Moth Nexus and Rayhav.
Cool, and that leaves you with the pro-red Argentum Armor guy over there. 2+1/+1 counters for each creature sacrificed this way. So that was a total of 6 creatures that were sacrificed. Got a 9/9 flyer. I will go to combat. Dylan, I'm going to attack you with Barrowgoyf.
No blocks.
I go back up to 36, and then I'll get to mill 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can return a creature. So we'll get Forum the Undertaker back into my hand. And notably, I did bin a Planeswalker, so that'll make my Goyfs 6/7s. I will play Forgotten Cave as my land, and then I will pass.
I guess I did attack with the only thing that your creatures don't have protection from with my Barrowgoyf, but at the same time, I know you have Argentum Armor. Once you swing, you can just kill Barrowgoyf. I have nothing else to do there, so I might as well try to, I don't know, maybe get a little bit extra value. Maybe you won't attack me. So that's why I did what I did.
Maybe you would have milled over something good that you could have used.
Yeah, with the no mana that I have. So, I don't know.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Let's use Blade War Whip to equip College of Complete to Astor for free. Put Sword of Forge and Frontier over on Akiri. Let's put Sword of Fire and Ice and a Gemtum Armor over on Astor. Tor, Shadow Spear on Godo, and actually a Gentum Armor over on Godo also.
These are all game actions I can take.
Let's play Inventor's Fair as my land for turn.
More like Inventor's Unfair.
You got that right. Let's sacrifice it right away to look for an equipment. I'll find Sunforger. Cast Sunforger.
Ooh, I get a counter.
I'll equip it to Astor. I'm going to equip Blade Holds to my commander. I'm going to combat.
In your pre-combat main, green, and I will sack 1 treasure going to 27. I'm going to channel Bossage you and pop Argentum Armor.
It's destroyed, and I'll go look for basic. Here's the plains. So that was in my main phase, right?
Yes.
Since we're still in my main phase, I'm going to equip this Sword of Forge and Frontier over on Godo, which is kind of what I meant to do. And now I will go to combat.
Go for it.
Cameron, I'm going to come at you with Godo, and Jim, I'm going to come at you with Astor. And I'm going to remember my Godo trigger this time. There's an extra combat after this, and just Godo will untap.
I can't block.
And I get 2 draws from my Kiri for my 2 equipped triggers, drawing 2. 15 double strike coming at you with Cauldron Complete.
So I'm in the same situation as Madison was,
I think so.
which means that I need many, many creatures to not die.
I think so.
I don't have many creatures, so I will elect to die.
Cool. Sort of Fire and Ice trigger will deal 2 damage somewhere, and I'll draw a card. Cam, I will destroy your Eternal Witness and draw a card. And then I have Sword of Forge and Frontier, just regular strike damage. So I'll exile 2 cards. I can play them this turn. I get a second combat after this and untap Godo. And I also have lifelink. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6 that I gained. And I have a Mask of Memory trigger. I will draw 2 and discard Restless Bivouac. Seconds, combat. Cam, I'll come at you again.
24.
And then here's what we have is boop, boop. I'll unequip Sunforger. Look for an instant. I'll find Chance for Glory.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I'm dead.
That's a good
There's
one.
a control indestructible. I'll take an extra turn after this one.
Yeah, that's
And yeah, my extra turn, Kim, I'm going to attach everything to Astor, make him protection from everything, and kill you for 1,000 ways.
I'm mega dead. Nicely done.
Nice.
Very
Good game.
good.
That was like a dream game for Astor. Everything went exactly as I wanted to. Even by the time stuff got destroyed, I had enough stuff in play that it didn't really matter. I was able to forget a ton of triggers and still come out on top. So good game for me.
Yeah, the combination of a lot of those stats that you get between the Cauldron Complete, the double strike, and the trample, like really work super well together. So you can just get around like 99% of board states, I would imagine.
Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support us directly, you can do so on Patreon, like our $100 patrons.
Jude, Noel, Spangler, Demetrius, Clark, Larceny, Rory, Zorboy Blue, Sparky B, Insomnia, SC Phillip, Bolden Groupie, Gecko21, Caleb Ritchie, Zach Hartley, Reactive, Sean in the Ice, Luke Cook, Demon of Rosgreaves, Peter Stewart, Cornell Wild, Uncle Butts, Nick Foles Go to 9, Quadja, Hamid, Lauren Connell, Scott Hawk, and Baby G-Bus.
If you want to pick up any of our merch, you can do that at playtowinmtg.com.
Thank you, Dragon Shield, for supporting the show. Use code PLAYTOWIN5 at the affiliate link down below to help support the show.
You can follow us on social media to get some more content.
Thank you so much for watching.
See you next time.
So what you talking about? The $50 patrons. Oh, yeah. Sarcastic, Mystic Muffin Man, Jacob Bauer, Zachary Coulson, Joe Baja, Mace the Ace, Salty Protein, Bubba Justin, and Solo, Jacob Dapian, Wild Tank, Thomas Bueno, and David Nelson.
I'm gonna equip it to my ass. Tor.
We are getting very big. My man is becoming strong, big guy.
I think that's it.
That's all.
That's all.
Ta-ta.
TTFN.